Okay, Joel, what are we seeing here? What's this?
So you may have wanted to use Ethereum, and this is really the way you have to do it. It's the Aleph Zero Ethereum client running on OS X. So it is currently mining Ether.
Which do you know which version is this? Is this the POC build?
Yeah, it's the latest one.
So you're saying it's mining Ether. How do we see that? Why?
Well, you can tell that because this is highlighted, and so that's
So there's the mine toggle, and as soon as you start it, it will.
exactly.
Yeah, and in the bottom you have the log, the event log,
Mm-hmm.
committing to mine. Now you're getting rich.
Well, not very rich, or at least not very quickly, but
Where's your balance? Where's the money going?
It looks like right here is what we've got. So, but we also see it down here in the bottom bar.
1500 Finny, zero peers. You're not connected to the network.
Well, I was, yeah, and then it crashed. And it connecting to the fear, yeah. So
Okay.
that
And
we're
what
connected.
does that mean? So there was an IP address and a port number. I think that
Yeah,
was one of the peer servers to
right,
to connect to.
exactly.
Right. So if you
So
started,
I,
there's a little bootstrapping protocol. You have it connect to one server to start with, and I think this is automatically pre-filled.
hmm
Then you clicked on the connect button, and it starts connecting to first to that node, and then through that node it will connect to multiple peers.
that's right.
Right
So,
now you're connected to 5 peers, which you see at the bottom right.
and right now I don't have any money. So it looks like I had money only when I wasn't connected.
Why is that? Why is that? What happened?
I assume it had a default sort of wallet that was not the real wallet, and then when it checked the server, it discovered that I actually didn't have any money.
Yeah, I think it was looking for the longest blockchain, and your local blockchain was less than the one that the current network has running. So now there are 6,977 blocks, which you can also see at the bottom right and also in the block pane.
hmm
And because the network had a longer blockchain than you, I guess it would have gone with that status.
Now I'm really
Now
mining
you're really
this.
mining, yeah. So it's committing. So let's see if you can actually get some finis. Committing to mine. Of course, you're not the only one mining at this point, so it might take a bit longer to get some. So while we wait for that, let's see what the other panes are about. So on the top left, there is the three four buttons: enable network, connect to peer, preview, and mine.
Right.
With enable network, you can disconnect.
Ooh. Can disconnect. Looks like.
I think if you have your port forwarding set up correctly, as soon as you enable it, you will get incoming connections from the network. But you might be behind a network address translation.
So I'm actually a bit confused about this. It looks like really you want to click enable network first, then connect to peer.
I think connect to peer also enables the network automatically.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so now you're connected again.
hmm
What does the preview do?
I don't know.
What you can do with preview is if you want to submit a transaction, you can see basically how contracts would respond to it without broadcasting it to the network. And then if you unclick it, you will basically undo that connection or that transition. So I think
Oh,
it's
so when it's on preview, I have money again.
and the mine button we already discussed. So now it should be mining again. Then below, so there's the transact pane
hmm
with the two. It says create contract,
hmm
but you can type or you can paste an address there. And if you leave it empty, you will create a new contract.
Right.
And pretty much everywhere in the interface, if you double click on the address, it will automatically copy it to the clipboard. So then you can paste it
hmm
elsewhere without having to type a lot of digits.
Right.
So then there's the amount, how much you wanna send,
hmm
and you can drop down the currency units. I'm not sure what's up with the mining. You're not getting much.
I'm not a very good miner here, so that's pretty disappointing.
Oh, you didn't buy the latest Ethereum ASIC hardware?
You know, they keep telling me they're gonna do proof of proof,
Proof of proof. There you go. Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to solve these complicated mathematical formula.
Okay, so that's the top left pane, the transact. Oh yeah, and then there's the data field, and there you can enter just payload for your transaction.
Hmm.
Or in case you want to create a new contract, you can put in the EVM code there.
Hmm.
And then, well, you need some money to be able to send. But then I guess the send button will ungray and you can actually make the transition.
Hmm.
Owned accounts, it shows one. That's your current, the E7A91FF4, that's your current account.
Right.
But you can actually create multiple accounts if you want. And then new address. Yeah, it will create a new address for you. So now you have multiple addresses.
Mm.
And I believe you can drag and drop the order to identify to which one which one will be used as Coinbase for the mining.
I'm guessing that I can't get rid of them right now. But
No, I don't think you can delete them. So then on the top right, there's the all accounts. So basically, that's the overview of all the accounts that are there in the Ethereum network.
should we try making that larger, or is it too much of a risk?
No, well, let's risk it.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's some people who are a lot richer than I am already.
Right, exactly. So you can I think if you double click on one of these,
Hmm.
then you can paste it in the on the left in the transact to.
Doesn't look like it to me, but oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Of course, you still need some extra ether to be able to send. So then below I think you closed the pane, didn't you?
Uh-oh.
Um,
I get it back somehow.
so how do you get it back? That's a common question. So if you right mouse click on the top pane, right to mine, there you can get them back.
Okay.
Yeah. Pending and all accounts. Not sure where the all accounts is going.
Yeah, I can't see it anymore. So, can I close? That's
There it
the-
is, right. And then you can try to have it docked again by dragging it to the...
Ah, wow.
There you go.
Amazing.
Okay. So then below that, there was at some point before you removed it, there was the network pane.
All right, we need the network. Sorry.
There you go. So there you see what other peers you're connecting to, which version they are running.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just move it out of here and increase the size a little bit so we can look at what's there. So you see what are the other nodes and also the version and the type of the clients.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can do yourself with ideal peers on the bottom, you can specify how many peers you should be connected to. I think that's more like a guideline. So especially at startup time, you might be connected to more than whatever the amount is that you specify. What you can also do is you can also specify your client name. So that's also good for debugging purposes. So other people can see which one is the Ether, the LF0 client from Joel, and which one is the one from Joris, etc. But to be able to do that, you need to first disconnect from the network, and then you can modify the setting. And of course, you can also change the port that your client is listening to. What were the other panes?
Looks like we have a contract pane.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
There we go.
So if you increase it a little bit. So it has two sections. So to the left, you see all the contracts that are there in the network, and then the balance that the contract has. Um, I'm not sure what the number means. Maybe it means the amount of storage positions that are taken. We can confirm that later on. Yeah, there you go, I guess. And then there's one with one. Yeah. So on the right hand side, on the top, you have the bytecode for the contract. And some contracts don't have any bytecode. I think they're just some tests. Can you click on the one with the number 2 at the end? So the 31C, and there you go. So here we see the bytecode for the contract, and then on the bottom, below the bold stuff, you first have the at 0x and then a long hexadecimal string, and that is the key. And then after that, on the same line, or actually on the next line, you have the 0x1bb33. That is the value associated with that. So those are the key values in the contract storage in hexadecimal format. So if you were to create your own subcurrency in Ethereum, you could store the accounts there as key and then the value as value there. But of course, there's not a user interface to this yet. So you would have to convert it back from hexadecimal to decimal or to whatever your unit is manually at this point. But I think at some point we'll get multiple user interfaces for these contracts. Oh, you got some finis.
Whoa!
Did you see that?
I see.
Excellent. So
not even-
what happened here? So let's look in the log. If you scroll down, mined. There you go. So you mined the block, and you got 1500 fini as a reward.
I'm pretty happy.
And we should also see this in the block pane as well. So somewhere there is the block pane.
So I think I lost it again.
Yeah, just
No. Well, where'd it go? There it is. Over here. Oh, you can dock them like double dock.
oh my. So here you see the blocks, and you mined the 3E, the top one, exactly. So can you drag this one out and then increase the size a little bit so we can see what is?
Oh. What just happened?
In-house stock to the left, yeah. Okay. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get in the center.
Okay, so we have the list of the blocks here. So you mined block 7427.
Yeah.
And it has the block ID, I guess, 3E89, etc. And then you have the timestamp when it was mined.
Yeah.
I think somebody just mined another block, so that's why it refreshed.
Yeah.
So can you click on your own block again, the one below? Yeah. So you have the DTD, that is the difficulty, and the time, and that also is shown in the bottom of the status bar of your client. So there's the at24T36. That is also the difficulty that is currently going on in the network. Then children 1, I think it means that there was just, I don't know, there were no transactions. So I'm not sure why it says children 1. But what's interesting, the Coinbase, that means that is the account that got rewarded for mining this block, and that is your private account that you have set. Okay, so then we have some other references to the state, to what is the incremental nonce, how many transactions were included, and how many uncles are there as well. I'm not even sure all of these things are being used. So maybe we can now try to send an actual transaction to somebody.
All right.
Or maybe send it from your E7 account to your 4.2 account.
That's a good idea. Oh, I've lined another one.
Yeah, you're getting rich.
I guess if I'm sending it to myself, maybe I can be generous. Is there some way to copy that?
Double click should copy it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's fine. Is this gonna work? Yep.
Do it.
So did it work? I don't know.
Maybe. So there's this pending pane.
Yeah, I don't see where. Oh, pending. Yeah, we need the pending. Where are you pending? Can't find it. Do you see it?
No.
Um, should come be here. Come back pending. Well, I don't know what to say, Doris.
I think this is a work in progress.
Oh!
There we go. There we go. What? How did you get it back?
I just clicked a bunch of times. Eventually it came up.
Okay, so you see you made a transaction from the E7 to 4.2 of 1000 Fini, but it's still pending, so it isn't yet part of any mined block at this point.
I'll just point out that there's a fee, right? So we
Yeah.
should probably say something about these names because they're a bit complicated or confusing, and I don't know how to pronounce them either. Maybe you do.
Ether, Fini, Zabo, Y.
Okay. What about this one? How do you pronounce that one, George?
I guess Mega Y,
Mega Y.
Kilo Y, Giga Y.
Okay.
So
Giga Y.
the smallest amount is Y. So that is
You're sure that's the way you pronounce it?
well, I'll let's make it the way you pronounce it.
We are making this video and we make the rules. Okay, good.
There you go. There you go.
Why? That's the spirit. Okay.
So there's
So-
this
so-
there's this crypto researcher.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his first name, but he has Y as his last name. So that is why it was named. It was named after him.
Well, if it's standard Mandarin Chinese, I happen to know some of it, and it's probably Wei.
Way. Okay. Way.
So, anyways,
So
But it's still pending.
Fini is a reference to Hal Finney,
right.
and Szabo to Nick Szabo.
Okay.
And
That
then-
doesn't make it easier to pronounce, but it does give me some context.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to have helped our little transaction here, which is still pending. I guess we have to wait for another block. Is that
I think
right?
somebody. I mean, probably you're the only one mining at this point, so you just need to be lucky to find the next block here.
Well, if I had an ASIC, it would be faster, right?
While we wait for this, are there any other paints that we haven't seen yet?
Yeah, good question. Settings. Well, I don't know.
Blockchain
Yeah.
we've seen, contracts we've seen, all kinds we've seen, network, log is on the bottom. Oh, for log, that's interesting. So on the bottom, the right, there's this little, how you call that,
Scroll bar.
scroll bar thingy,
Yeah.
where you can set the verbosity of the log. So if you set it way to the bottom, then it is not very verbose. And if you drag it up, the logging will be much more verbose.
Interesting. Okay.
So probably just leave it at the bottom, otherwise your screen starts blinking.
Okay, so we sent that. What else do we have here, Doris? Anything in particular?
Settings we had.
Settings.
So with settings you could specify the contracts ID of the name register contract.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this little Namecoin like contract created by Gavin Wood,
Mm-hmm.
and it is also embedded in the client. So what you could do is you could register your own name and and connect it to your preferred Ether address. And then if you wanted to send a transaction, you could just type the name instead of having to type in the address. And here you would
Yeah.
specify to which is the authoritative contract that is used for lookup purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think actually that this contract it doesn't exist in this version of the network. Maybe we can look if we see. So if you scroll way to the left, what does it start with? The name register contract. It's I see 4F, but oh no, 8FF9. So if you go to the contracts pane, is there a contract with 8FF9? No, don't see it.
So it doesn't work.
So it's not yet. It's not there in this version. I think that's a fancy way of saying that it doesn't work.
Not yet implemented.
Patch is welcome.
What does preview do? So we already said that to make a contract. So what if I preview a transaction? Can I do that? To myself will go through automatically if I preview it. Well,
I'm not sure it works actually in network mode.
it looks like
Oh, okay. So you could
yeah,
see
no,
what would happen if this transaction would go through, right? So you're
no, really, no, because it looks like I get an extra
no, but
1,000 Finny in each wallet. Whoa, 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 whoa! It looks like I just mined another block.
there you mind it. So the transaction that we're waiting for is removed from the pending list,
Finally, yes.
and your 4.2 account got rewarded 1,000 Finny,
Mm-hmm.
and you pay 10 Finny as transaction fee. So that's why you have the 3490 instead of 3500.
Wow, I'm rich now.
I think what's important to notice that this is still under heavy development, and with new versions of the proof of concept, typically the entire blockchain will be reset, and everybody will lose their balances that they had already. Besides for testing purposes, there's not a lot of usage to doing actual mining.
Mm-hmm.
So your riches are only temporary.
I think we sort of see how this all works. I'm excited to see where it'll be in a couple months, a couple weeks. Okay, excellent.